Hello everyone, online education or classroom education. By the way, which one is your favorite mode of education? Whether you prefer for online education or classroom face-to-face education. When I ask this question now, since we are more acquainted with classroom face-to-face education, we might prefer and think that classroom face-to-face education is most effective than online education, isn't it? But there has been a lot of research has taken place across the globe on this. If we go through some of the researches, we will come to a conclusion that it is difficult to draw a conclusion on face-to-face classroom education is most effective than online education and vice versa. That is, online education is more effective than classroom face-to-face education. Therefore, shall we leave this debate because we are asked to resume online education from now onwards. Now the question here is, what are the different online teaching techniques and methods to make the students more attentive to online classes? Point number 1, using of PowerPoints. In any online class, if the teacher continues to show our face for a longer time, it might affect the student's attention span. Similarly, when I say using of PowerPoints, and if the teacher uses the PowerPoint without showing the face for a prolonged time, it can also impact the student's attention. The next technique is use of short videos. Remember, when we use the videos in our online classes, we should be well aware of the intellectual property right. In India, we are not much bothered about intellectual property right, but in the Western world, it is severely serious. But when we go online, we should definitely keep it in mind that intellectual property right rules affected all of us. Since the classes are now online, the visibility of the classes are now a bit wider than we used to take in the face-to-face classroom. Therefore, any videos, images or any content that we show on the screen behind us, we should be able to put the clear references of its source. At the same time, when we use the video in any online classes, let us remember to use the short videos because the longer videos might hamper their attention. The next technique is use of whiteboards. Using a whiteboard is a fantastic technique for those teachers who deals with the problem papers, especially mathematics and statistics. For example, when we discuss a statistics problem, we can use the whiteboard. A plus sigma ft divided by n into c. And with this, you can continue to explain the other details. So instead of showing our face while we discuss the statistics problem, we can show the whiteboard. The online boards are also available. As all of us would have heard, Microsoft Teams has launched an online board where the teacher needs to write anything on the tablet the Microsoft Teams provides. So when we write anything on the screen, which automatically appears the television behind us. The next important thing is to wear formal dresses during any online classes. What is the importance of wearing formal dress up in online class? If we wear any informal dresses or those dresses what we wear at home during the online classes, it passes a message that the online class is just an informal exercise. It's not a serious platform. So the dress we wear has also a significant effect on students' retention on online class. In addition to this, the background of the video has also a paramount role in organizing an effective online class. What do I mean the background of the video? If this is an online class, the background of my classes, now as you can see, this is a television. This is one of my backgrounds. And here you can also see the whiteboard. So these are my backgrounds of this online class, if this is an online class. A formal classroom environment like this can instigate students' seriousness to attend the online class. Remember, any informal environment, such as it could be our television room, it could be our living room, it could be the kitchen or the outside environment, which are not in line with the seriousness of a classroom, it might affect the students' attention and retention to continue the online class or the seriousness of attending the online class. Moving to point number 2, let us use online class discussion strategies. As all of us know, NAC is enunciated to use the participatory, problem-based and experiential learning method while we engage in any class. It is applicable to online class as well. In order to stimulate the discussion strategies in online class, we have to plan the class much ahead. The teacher has to plan the topic-based activities before the online class. In this moment, I would like to share one of my activity-based online class. The title of the class was APA 7th edition. What I did is, on the previous day of the class, I shared a YouTube link on APA 6th edition versus 7th edition. I gave an activity to the students while listening to the video. The students are asked to take a blank sheet and write a book reference based on APA 7th edition and an article reference based on the APA 7th edition. Now during the online class, do you know what happened? I have asked each student to show off their papers and explain how did they do it. My role as a teacher was comparatively less. When I asked the students to show off their papers towards the camera, each of others who view their papers made comments on it. Few said, oh, their second name should be first. Few others said, you have not marked italics. So in the similar way like this, according to our topic, we have to give activities on the prior day of the online class, which will do a fantastic work during the online class. Teacher can also give group-based activities to the students. When the students are given opportunity to present their group activities in front of the whole group through the online class, it is going to give them a feeling of smug, a feeling of extra satisfaction, of having presented of their own ideas on the topic of discussion. Like Paulo Freire said, let us leave the banking model of education. Let the creativity and ideas flows out from students' head. Point number 3 and the last point is use of multiple teachers. As all of us know, in the face-to-face physical classroom, there is only one teacher together with the whole students. But in the online class, we can use 2 or 3 teachers, even more than that, in any online class. The subject that we engage with our students is engaged by many people across the world. We can use their help. If we assume that any faculty members that we invite to engage the online class together with us is with a different university, then we can invite faculty members or teachers from our own university itself or even from our college. There would be many different faculty members who are in our college who engage the same subject that we engage in our classroom. So using of multiple teachers in our single online class is one of the other effective technique to retain students' attention and seriousness in attending online class. I hope this video would have helped you to understand different online teaching methods and techniques to make the students more attentive to your online class. For more videos on teaching and learning methods, please subscribe this channel. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.